Hi, this is Dan with University of Beach Volleyball. Thanks for joining us. If you like what you see, leave us a note. If you don't like what you see, leave us a message. I'd love to hear from you either way. We're going to take a look at a play here in transition where a blocker pulls off the net, and we're going to see how court positioning and body positioning makes a big difference in terms of what happens with the play. What would make this play better is if you think about, well, as you're watching this, is everything needs to move toward the net during the play. Here's a play in real time. Blocker makes a good pull off the net, strong move, doesn't push the ball up very high or far toward the net, and things start to unravel after that. Here it is in slow motion. This is really good in terms of pulling off the net. You really only want to be taking 1 or 3 steps and then stopping. Really good position, but doesn't push the ball up the net. Now watch how she steps backwards instead of going forwards after she passes the ball. And then the setter doesn't get around the ball at all and push the ball where it needs to go. So here's the beginning of the play. Blocker, as I said, was making good 3 strong steps, faces the hitter, makes good contact with the ball, but doesn't push it up far enough. See how far back in the court she is? She actually, in the play, she stands up and actually takes a hop backwards, where she needs to be doing just the opposite. She needs to be moving forward. As soon as you get the ball in the air, you need to move forward and start talking to your setter to push the ball up toward the net, to put yourself in the best possible position to attack the ball. Now the setter, when she approaches the ball, is approaching it on an angle almost cross court, and instead of facing the net with her body and and facing the direction she wants to set, she's actually facing out of bounds, and all that is just foot movement. So now you see, as the setter's making contact with the ball, how far back the hitter is. The hitter should be a lot closer to the net. And the X is where the setter needs to be aiming for, but because her body isn't facing that way, the ball's not going to end up even close to there. So now that the setter's made contact with the ball's up in the air, and see how far back the hitter is? She's in chase mode. Instead of a 2-step approach, she's got a 5-step approach. And the ball's going to end up where that circle with the cross through it is instead of where the X is. Okay, now so the ball ends up really close to the net. The setter is not in a crouched position trying to help out her hitter. The hitter's just making a wild flail at the ball, and the blocker's a big lazy goon, and so he only got one hand up on this. But in a game that's going to be a free ball back to the other team, or it's a blocked ball, the blocker goes up with 2 hands. Here it is in slow motion again. Really watch the hitter after she makes contact with the ball. She doesn't start moving toward the net until after the set, and how the setter doesn't really get around on the ball to push the ball up to where it needs to go. It's not going to work out real well consistently on a play like that unless you're playing against a goon blocker like that. All right, well, thanks for joining us, University of Beach Volleyball. If you really want to learn how to do this and do this better and be consistent, come join us, talk with us, see how we can help you out. Look forward to hearing from you, and thanks for joining us again.